Okay, welcome to Mr. G's Weather Channel. My name is Mr. G. I am a amateur weather forecaster here on YouTube and TikTok. I do these videos. So right now we're tracking all of the crazy weather taking place across America tonight, especially across the Midwest. We have a lot of severe thunderstorms underway, so lots of severe weather underway right now. So we are going to be taking a look at all of the activity. So we're going to go live here, and I'm going to go on my and check my thing here in my chat and make sure that the phone is able to show the live video tonight, and hopefully that I'm able to watch this live stream. So it says that it is live, and I'm able to watch. And I'm going to track this weather for you guys and talk about all of the crazy weather across America today. So we see that it's pretty wild out there tonight. So we are going to be looking at all of that's going on. So I'm going to be watching the weather tonight, and I'm going to put the live chat. There we go. Live chat. Let's see what's going on here. Okay. All right. Mr. G's Weather Channel. So we are going to be looking at Mr. G's Weather Channel, View Channel, Live. Okay, so now that we are viewing channel and we are watching the channel, and I think I am in good shape here, and I am watching it on my phone here on YouTube. I'm keeping the eye. There's a hell of a delay, so it's hard to tell, but here we go as we look at Mr. G's Weather Channel. My name is Mr. G, and thank you for checking me out tonight. I am an amateur weather forecaster looking at the weather across the Midwest tonight in particular, because we have a lot of severe weather in play, lots of thunderstorms out there. Very cold weather is going to move in behind, because we saw very warm weather today across much of the Midwest. A lot of warm weather in the Midwest today. We saw those temperatures in the 70s over many areas across the central and southern plains. It's still warm out there, and we're still seeing it very warm up into Michigan, where it's still in the 70s. We're still seeing a lot of 70s all the way into parts of New England. It doesn't get cold again until you get way up into New England, like up into like Maine or New Hampshire or Vermont, whereas temperatures in the 50s. But you get down to Boston, 60s, we're looking at, but when you cross into New York, upstate, and you get in the lower elevations, not in the mountains, but you get down into the lower elevations, 70, we got 70 up here in Kingston, New York, Syracuse, the temperatures are in the 70s. 73 for Syracuse right now, as we're looking at my favorite toy to do my weather work with. This is WSV3. This is an expensive piece of software. It cost me a lot of money. I tell you what, man, this software costs a lot of money, but it's worth its weight as gold for forecasting the weather. And you can see 70s all the way down the mid-Atlantic to the southeast, the Florida coast, all the way. Look at that. Temperatures even the water temperatures in the 70s off the coast of Florida. These are water temperatures in the 80s. So down the Key West, 81, 79 in Miami. If you go over to what area is this? It's Cape Coral, Florida, 81 degrees. So still very warm across the state of Florida and along the Gulf Coast. Look at those 70s, 80s up through Mississippi, Louisiana, 82 over here in New Orleans, 81 degrees in the New Orleans area right here. And Baton Rouge, 82. Crowley is 82. And down here in the Bayou, 81, 79. So very warm still out there. But look how warm it is over Central Texas. We got mid 80s, 88 over here across areas of Texas. And Georgetown, Texas, 88 degrees. So very warm. So very dry in those regions. Some moisture is coming in off the Gulf. As you can see, these little showers right here. So we do have some wet weather coming into around Beaumont, western Louisiana. And you can see the lightning strikes. So we have thunderstorms over East Texas, western Louisiana, southwestern Arkansas, some thunderstorms over in those regions. And the National Weather Service has posted a special weather statement for that region. And we have a wind gust up to 40. So it's very windy because we have this guy approaching. See that L right there? This L, that's a low pressure. So we have this frontal boundary. Look at this, 81 degrees here in Parsons. This is in what is state? We got Kansas. Yes, Kansas here. There's Kansas City. And we have a tornado watch in place for Kansas City. And you can see St. Joseph, severe thunderstorms moving through your area right now. Those severe thunderstorms are plowing through with, you can see the direction. They show that northeast direction, Savannah, Missouri right now, Maryville, Missouri, and you can see those winds those thunderstorms, 60, 70 mile per hour winds blowing through with some of those severe thunderstorms. And look at these dark colors here, and these darker colors indicate heavier rainfall. So very heavy rainfall around Osceola and Indianola. Very Midwestern names for these towns, because every state in the Midwest have towns with the same names. They all do. All across the Midwest. Minnesota do. Illinois, Indiana, all have towns with the exact same name. So it's so interesting. But as you can see, winter set here over in towards Des Moines. In Iowa, Des Moines, we have those thunderstorms. But none of these are severe. So all of these are producing lots of lightning and very heavy rain. So Cedar Rapids, here is Interstate 380 over Cedar Rapids, the Quad Cities, Clinton, Iowa, the Quad Cities, special weather statement. It is probably about the winds again, the strong south, the gusty winds, but we haven't seen any thunderstorms in that area. So let's take a look at our dew points, because the dew points tell you the story of those thunderstorms. And look at these dew points: 60s, 57, 63, down here near Davenport, Iowa, Rockford, Illinois, 57, dew points mid-50s around Chicago. But look at the thunderstorms. Look at all of these thunderstorms. I'm going to zoom in on these thunderstorms. I'm going to blow this area up. So this is southern Wisconsin. So this is near Wisconsin. Dew points in the mid-60s going over towards Lake Michigan. This is Milwaukee right here. Dew point 57. But we have mid-60s dew points coming across the Stevens Point, Wisconsin, Adams, Wisconsin. So we are seeing those strong and severe thunderstorms coming across the Midwest. So a lot of interesting weather tonight. The weather is very interesting across the Midwest in particular because Wisconsin, southeastern Minnesota, Iowa, I'm not seeing any warnings from the National Weather Service. But look at all of this heavy rain. Look at all of this. There's so much rainfall. There's a lot of rain. And trust me, Lord knows they need the rain. We need the rain. But look at all of this. There's a lot of rain. A lot of rain. And we got small craft advisory over the Great Lakes. So it's very windy over the Great Lakes. Gale warning over Lake Michigan, Lake Superior. Also, gale warnings. Look at this. Gale warning here. You know how strong gale force winds? That's like 40 knots. Gale force winds are like 40 knots. So 40 knot winds on a lake. Do you know how many boats right now are at the bottom of Lake Superior? So you gonna go out there on your little pleasure boat, your pontoon? You think you taking it out on Lake Superior or Lake Michigan today? I don't think so. Not with them winds. These winds are going to be hard for the Lakers, the big ore ships and tanker ships will will have problems with those gale force winds on the Great Lakes. So not the best weather on the Great Lakes, but look at how the temperatures are plummeting. Look at this, plummeting. Wow, 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 wow. 34 up in Hibbing, Minnesota. 34 degrees. Boy, it turned cold quick today. Wasn't it in the 70s? It was like 75 today. Oh, man. Oh, my God. Boy, that cold air rushed in. And it kicked up those severe thunderstorms all across Kansas, Oklahoma, Missouri, Iowa. Look at all of the rain. We got a lot of rain, central Wisconsin, all the way down northern Illinois. It's just going to be coming in to northern Illinois, but we're not looking at any severe thunderstorms. But there's a lot of lightning. Special weather statement here because of the winds. So we see a wind advisory, a gale advisory, gale warning. So we have a gale watch here over Lake Michigan. And we see very warm weather out here across the upper Midwest too. It's getting cold. We're getting cold because that front is passing. So we see dew points in the 60s here because as that front gets closer, it pulls up that warmer, moist air from the south. And as that front presses in on that warmer moisture, that warmer air and that moisture, you see, look at this, dew point, 64 degrees, right? 64 degrees dew points here near Stevens Point, Wisconsin. 63 over here by Green Bay. 61 dew point, very humid air. 61, so it's fueling for those thunderstorms. But check out behind that front. Those temperatures in the 40s. It goes from the 70s. No. Dew points in the 40s. The dew point's going to drop from the mid 60s and maybe low 70s to the 30s and 40s. So it's going to get very, very dry behind that cold front. Boom! It's going to be like, ow, a slap in the face. That weather change will be like, pow! Look out, man. It's going to hit you in the jaw. You're going to feel it. You are going to feel that in the morning. I'll tell you. Look at that. That is not going to be fun. I'm glad I'm indoors. I work from home. I'm glad my schoolwork, I'm a college student and I do online school. I don't have to go. I won't have to go to class. And when I go to work, I just walk from my bedroom to my office across the hall and I log in and I do all my IT stuff remotely because I work in IT, so I can do my work remotely. I don't have to go outside. I don't have to contend with this bipolar ass weather because the weather is very bipolar today. Because I tell you what, let's look at the temperatures again. The current temperatures. No, I tell you what, look at these temperatures are going to go from those 60s, 70s. Look at the 70s along the lakes. Oh, 70s. So beautiful temperatures here in the 70s right now. Still temperatures in the 70s, right? There's that cold front right there. There's the cold front. But then, boom, 46. Look at this. Oh, my God, man. Lynch from Minnesota to 46. Look at those temperatures, 40, 30. Man, I swear. What was it in Michigan today? In Illinois, around the Lake Superior, 73, 75. It was still in the 70s. But now that cold front went by and boom, 30s. Look at this. Northern Minnesota. Temperatures in the 30s. Look at that. Look at that. It's getting so cold. You can see that this is all real time. This is real time. This map updates in real time. This is not a, this does not take like once an hour. This does it in real time. So look at all of these 30s in northern Minnesota. What was it today? In the 60s? Look at all of these 30s across Minnesota. In 34. Wow, man. Woo, Bemidji, 39. Woo, 37 now. Oh, let's turn this off. Let's turn this off. All right, so it's 37 now in Bemidji, 34 in, I can't tell what time that is because I can, the 34 is covering it, so I can only see McIntosh. There it is. So it got very cold in Minnesota. So 36, Deer River is now in the 37 in Bemidji. Hibbing is 37. Ely is 37. So International Falls 34. It's cold enough to snow. It's cold enough for snow in some of these areas. It's cold enough for snow. This is embarrassed Minnesota right here, 37. So look at how cold it's become. North Dakota, 34. Woo, man, look at that. Woo, 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 woo. Let's go. I live in the Twin Cities. That's 50. Still, it's still warm enough, but it's getting cold. It's 50 now across the Twin Cities. Minneapolis, St. Paul. Look at those 50s out there. 52. Woo! Look at the 40s down across southern Minnesota. Down 35. You know why? They had a lot of rain today. They had that rain this afternoon. That rain really cooled those temperatures down. And when that front went through, it added some more punch to it to bring those temperatures down. So you had cold rain, cooled air, and then a cold front pass. So now the National Weather Service seems to think that we're going to get a lot of rain to overspread Minnesota tonight. And that could be from this region right here. This could blow up. You can see this fairly large area of rain that's moving toward the, I'm going to put the map into motion so you can see that. See that? You see this right here moving northward? Look, what's it aiming towards? Right here is the metro, the Twin Cities metro. There are 7 counties of the metro, and we see that special weather statement because they're talking about how cold it's going to get tonight the snow in the morning. So some of that snow is going to be heavy. So heavy snow, and Lord have mercy. I don't. And hopefully my wife can get to work tomorrow because she's a school teacher. But however, she's in the a district that like to cancel. Well, they're not as proactive on it as other school districts in Minnesota is. They can be kind of slow with canceling school, but if it's going to be windy and snowy and it's going to make travel problems like the road slippery, we haven't had any snow yet, and they have not been out. This is not something that's just kind of crept up today in the forecast. It wasn't something that was forecasted out for days, and the state had time to get the plows out to put salt down. They haven't done any treating of the roads yet. So they could possibly get hit with the first snow that they are unprepared for. They are not prepared for snow. And you can see right in here, this is still warm enough above freezing. We got upper 30s, so we're going to see, look at this right here. You see this area where it's 34? Look at this white and blue. White, blue, that's snow. Right here is snow and possibly freezing rain. Hot springs. So this is in, what state is this? So, South Dakota. We got potentially some snow over southwestern South Dakota. So it kind of makes sense if it gets any colder tonight over Minnesota, that you could see that snow come in behind this rainfall. And if the temperatures here fall cold enough to pick up, to be cold enough to change over to snow, then we could see the potential for a widespread snow event tonight across the Twin Cities, the first snowfall of the season. So that's not good news. I don't like snow. But look at all of the thunderstorms still across Iowa. What I find impressive about this is that there's not a whole lot of severe weather alerts with this. See, it's a big area of rain and thunderstorms. You can see all of the lightning strikes. You see all the electrical strike things. So a lot of lightning strikes to see right here. All of these things. If you can see it on the camera or in the video, look at all of the lightning strikes across Iowa. So Illinois, you can see northwestern Illinois, northwest of Rockford, so across and over into Wisconsin. You see this huge area of rainfall through from like Green Bay and Rhinelander, northeastern Wisconsin, through Stevens Point, I-39, 94, 39, central Wisconsin, down across western Iowa, so the Quad Cities, Dubuque, down through Iowa, Cedar Rapids, across Des Moines. Look at another big area of rain and thunderstorms, and you can see all of the lightning strikes. So these are very strong thunderstorms, but there are no watches associated with this. See, south of Des Moines, you got to go all the way down here to where you get to where the National Weather Service has a severe thunderstorm watch. So southern Iowa and to maybe northern Missouri, you have the severe thunderstorm watch, and then western Missouri, a tornado watch. So the tornado watch here to Maryville, look at these thunderstorms. But now you get to where the thunderstorms have warnings attached to them. You see this here? Now these here are because of severe thunderstorms. And there was some tornado warnings today as well. So severe thunderstorm, tornado watch. We have a severe thunderstorm warning now near Oskaloosa. So if you are in the Oskaloosa, Leavenworth, Kansas, Western Kansas, into Western Missouri, so Agency, Missouri, Dearborn, Missouri, Northwestern Kansas City, you got those severe thunderstorms headed your way. Storms with 60-mile-an-hour winds, 1-inch diameter hail. So get ready for that. Tornado watch continues across those areas. Hiawatha, Kansas, and down, all the way down. We're going to go down to what we have 60-mile-an-hour winds. Lawrence, Kansas. Lawrence. See, when I think of Lawrence, Kansas, I think of that movie back in the 80s, The Day After, where they filmed that nuclear attack by the Russians. That movie, The Day After. Anybody watching this remember The Day After back in the mid 80s, about 1984, 85 or so, when on ABC? Lawrence, Kansas is the town where they filmed that in, at the University of Kansas. So tornado watch down there, and you can see those thunderstorms as they blow through in towards Kansas City. So you have these severe thunderstorms. Now these here we have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for western Kansas or in Missouri. So northwestern Kansas City. So Excelsior Springs, get ready because you are under a tornado watch, and those severe thunderstorms are going to be heading your way. So again, we're going to go further south here and look at all of the lightning. So a lot of lightning producing thunderstorms, severe thunderstorm, here across Kansas here. And temperatures still in the 70s and 80s. But look at that, 52 degrees near Salina, Kansas. So once that cold front passes, those temperatures are going to plummet from the 70s down to the 50s and the 40s in some cases. And in some areas, it's as cold as in the 30s. So getting very cold out there behind this storm system, aggressive moving storm system. And we have another storm system to watch for next week. Now, this activity on Halloween tomorrow will be down across maybe St. Louis, over to Memphis, Nashville, and across Louisiana, Mississippi, and those areas tomorrow. But next week, we're going to have a storm system that's currently affecting the Pacific Northwest. And we're going to zoom over there and look at that too and see how that's faring tonight. But that is going to be affecting a major portion of the Midwest, the Ohio Valley, the Great Lakes, all the way down to the deep south with heavy rainfall. So we can see more thunderstorms and widespread rainfall between the 2nd and the 5th next week. So this weekend. So starting this weekend, we're going to see drought busting rain begin to move into the central and southern Missouri Valley, the much of the Tennessee Valley, the Ohio Valley, and the Missouri Valley. So much needed and beneficial rainfall is on the way. So I'm going to take this phone call right now, even though I'm still streaming. Hello? Hey.
Okay. I'm done. I'm going to pick up our food. Are you still live?
Yeah.
You're live?
Yeah.
All right. Do you want what you said you wanted?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, so that was the wife wanting to know what I want for dinner. So, but anyway, I'm going to continue here. I'm going to wrap this up because this is not going to get any more severe than it is now. So, but I do have you guys up. We are talking about those severe thunderstorms warnings down here across Missouri and Kansas. Remember, a couple of days ago, this area was on fire. So the exact same area is on fire tonight. But I think tonight is worse because we didn't have a tornado potential, and we already had some tornado warnings down in Oklahoma. Now, Oklahoma is where you typically see the most tornadoes. So we're looking at this tornado watch all the way down to Oklahoma City, tornado watch, and we're going to have thunderstorms that's going off to the northeast. They're going to be sliding very slowly towards Oklahoma City, but we do have these isolated cells coming up, and those will cross Chickasha and Norman, Midwest City, and more, Oklahoma City. And that's going to ride up I-44 towards Tulsa, where prior, and we could see some thunderstorms over that way later on tonight. But we are going to be seeing these severe thunderstorms right now, and we have a tornado watch in effect across Oklahoma. And those temperatures down here are still in the upper 70s to lower 80s. So we still got a lot of thunderstorm juice down here across the southern plains, the central and southern plains. The central southern plains, we still have a lot of thunderstorm juice right now. So that's going to do it for this live right now. And I'm going to keep tracking things. And I'm going to go over to TikTok and do a live for my people on TikTok. So thank you for joining me right here on YouTube today. So we're going to cut this off and call it a night for now. And I'm going to track things further and let you know what to expect if things continue. Okay? All right. Thank you, and have a good night, everyone. And I will see you tomorrow with another video. And if the weather breaks out again in the Missouri Valley, then we're going to check in again with you on the line. Bye-bye.